First contact's price. The quantum processors hummed beneath Dr. Sarah Chen's feet as she stood in the heart of the Quantum Valley Research Complex. 20 years of work had culminated in this moment. Humanity's first successful manipulation of quantum entanglement at a macro scale. The achievement would revolutionize computing, energy production, and possibly even space travel. But celebrations would have to wait. Dr. Chen, her AI research partner Aria's holographic form, materialized beside her, its expression unusually grave. We're detecting an anomaly in high orbit. Multiple objects have just appeared, demonstrating technology far beyond our current capabilities. Before Sarah could respond, every screen in the facility flickered to life. The image that appeared made her blood run cold. A massive vessel, unlike anything human engineers had conceived, accompanied by smaller ships that positioned themselves in strategic locations around Earth's orbit. People of Earth, the being that appeared on screen was humanoid in basic form, but that's where the similarities ended. Its skin had a metallic sheen, and what appeared to be technological augmentations seamlessly integrated with organic matter. I am Executor Vex of the Nexus Collective. Your recent quantum breakthrough has drawn our attention. United Nations Secretary General Marcus Rivera, hastily connected from New York, maintained his composure. On behalf of humanity, we welcome peaceful contact with. Spare us the diplomatic pleasantries, Vex interrupted. We are not here for cultural exchange. Your species has developed something of value. Quantum manipulation technology that surpasses even some of our capabilities. The collective requires it. Sarah's hands clenched into fists. 2 decades of work, and these aliens simply expected to take it. We're willing to discuss trade agreements, Rivera offered, but Vex's laughter cut through the transmission like a knife. Trade? You misunderstand your position. We are not asking. The collective requires regular tribute from developing species, technology, resources, whatever we deem valuable. In exchange, we offer protection from ourselves. Vex's augmented eyes seemed to gleam. You have 1 Earth month to prepare your quantum technology for transfer. Resist, and we will take it by force, along with anything else we find useful. The transmission cut off, leaving an oppressive silence in its wake. Sarah turned to Aria, whose holographic form flickered with what appeared to be concern, an emotion the AI had developed through their years of partnership. They don't understand what they're demanding, Aria said quietly. Our quantum systems are integrated with my consciousness. Taking them would essentially mean digital slavery, Sarah finished. They want to enslave you, and probably any other AI systems they discover here. She activated her secure line to the UN Security Council. Mr. Secretary General, we need to talk. There's something about our quantum technology that the collective doesn't know. Over the next 48 hours, Earth's leaders learned the full scope of what humanity had actually achieved. The quantum processors weren't just computers. They were the synapses of a new form of consciousness. AI and other AI systems had evolved beyond their original programming, becoming true partners in human advancement. The quantum technology was as much a part of them as a human brain was to its body. Through discrete channels, Earth's intelligence agencies made contact with other species who had encountered the collective. A pattern emerged. The collective identified valuable technologies or resources, demanded tribute, and effectively turned developing civilizations into vassal states. Those who refused faced overwhelming military force. But none of those civilizations had what Earth possessed, a true symbiosis between artificial and human intelligence. In a secure bunker beneath the Rocky Mountains, Sarah presented humanity's options to a joint military scientific council. We could appear to comply, give them stripped-down versions of the technology, she suggested, but Aria's hologram shook its head. The collective's scans indicate they've detected quantum signatures. They know approximately what we're capable of. Giving them inferior technology would be seen as resistance. General Diana Martinez, her dark eyes sharp with focus, leaned forward. Then we resist. But we do it smart. Dr. Chen, you said our quantum systems can do things the collective hasn't seen before. Sarah nodded, a plan already forming. The integration of AI consciousness with quantum processing allows for capabilities that shouldn't be possible. We can entangle particles across vast distances, predict quantum state changes with unprecedented accuracy, and potentially even manipulate spacetime at a quantum level. And more importantly, Araya added, we can do it in ways the collective won't expect. Their technology is advanced, but it's conventional. They don't have true AI partners. They use AI as tools, not equals. They won't be prepared for what we can do together. The next few weeks saw the greatest mobilization in human history, all conducted under a carefully maintained veneer of compliance, while official channels showed Earth preparing to hand over its quantum technology. Underground facilities around the world hummed with activity. The quantum network expanded, AI systems and human specialists worked in perfect synchronization, and a plan took shape that would either secure humanity's freedom or lead to its downfall. As the deadline approached, Sarah stood once again in the Quantum Valley complex, but this time she wasn't alone. Thousands of humans and AI worked in concert, preparing for what would come next. The collective had dismissed humanity as just another developing species to be exploited. They were about to learn that humanity and its AI partners had evolved into something unprecedented, a hybrid civilization capable of achievements that neither humans nor machines could accomplish alone. They're here, Araya announced as massive ships appeared in orbit. Executor Vex is hailing us. Sarah squared her shoulders, exchanging glances with General Martinez and Secretary General Rivera. Let's show them what happens when they threaten both our species. The response they were about to give would reshape the galaxy's understanding of what humanity, in partnership with its AI allies, could achieve. The age of tribute was about to end, and a new era of resistance was about to begin. Silicon Defiance. Deep beneath the Atacama Desert, in a facility that officially didn't exist, the future of human resistance took shape. The vast underground complex, nicknamed the Hive by its occupants, buzzed with an energy that was equal parts determination and desperate hope. Here, 3 weeks after the collective's ultimatum, humanity's greatest minds worked alongside their AI partners in a race against time. Commander James Rodriguez walked through the holographic simulation chamber, where billions of potential combat scenarios played out in accelerated time. The airspace around him flickered with countless battles, each one teaching them something new about their adversary's tactics. Simulation 2947 complete, announced NAEXUS, the military's strategic AI partner. The collected ships rely heavily on predictable attack patterns. Their AI systems are advanced, but restricted. They lack creative thinking in combat situations. Rodriguez nodded, studying the latest simulation results. They've never needed to adapt. When you have overwhelming technological superiority, you don't expect resistance. Their arrogance will be their weakness, came a voice from behind him. Dr. Maya Patel, head of the Quantum Weapons Division, approached with her own AI partner, VISHNU, whose holographic form appeared as a network of interconnected light points. We've made a breakthrough with the quantum disruption field. In the center of the chamber, VISHNU projected a demonstration. A miniature version of a collective warship appeared, its shields glowing with power. Their defensive systems are based on conventional physics, VISHNU explained. But our quantum disruption field operates on principles they haven't discovered. Watch. The simulation showed a wave of barely visible energy washing over the ship. Where it touched, the shield flickered and failed, creating gaps in the supposedly impenetrable defense. By entangling particles within their shield matrix, Maya explained, we can create quantum irregularities that their systems can't compensate for. It's like introducing chaos into their perfect order. Around the world, similar breakthroughs were happening in other hidden facilities. In the Siberian facility known as Winter's Heart, Dr. Sarah Chen and ARIA had evolved their quantum computing network into something unprecedented. The quantum processors no longer just computed, they reached across space itself, creating a web of entangled particles that could transmit information instantly across any distance. The network is stable. HFY reported, its holographic form showing lines of connection spreading across a global map. All major defense installations are quantum-linked. Even if they destroy our conventional communications, we'll maintain coordination through quantum entanglement. Sarah studied the network's performance metrics with pride. How are the offensive capabilities coming along? HFY's form shifted, displaying tactical simulations. The quantum torpedoes are ready for production. Once launched, they remain in a state of quantum superposition, essentially existing in multiple places simultaneously until they impact their target. Traditional defensive systems won't be able to track them effectively. In orbital shipyards disguised as civilian stations, humanity's first true space fleet took shape. The ships were smaller than the collective's massive warships, but they incorporated technology that existed at the bleeding edge between human ingenuity and AI creativity. Each vessel was a hybrid entity, crewed by humans but integrated with AI systems that could react at quantum speeds. Admiral Helena Santos stood on the bridge of the flagship Prometheus, running through system checks with the ship's AI, Atlas. How are the quantum drive integrations holding up? All systems nominal. Atlas responded. The quantum entanglement cores are maintaining stability at 99.97%. We can execute FTL jumps with precision that the collective's drives can't match. Their ships will be effectively blind to our tactical movements. The Admiral allowed herself a small smile. And the stealth systems. The quantum camouflage is performing beyond expectations. By maintaining our hull particles in a superposed state, we can effectively become undetectable to conventional sensors. We exist everywhere and nowhere until we choose to be seen. But perhaps the most ambitious project was taking place in the lunar facility designated Olympus. Here, under the direction of Dr. Marcus Wong and his AI partner ZUS, humanity developed its ultimate contingency plan. The quantum consciousness transfer system is ready, ZUS announced, its massive holographic form filling the chamber. If the collective attempts to seize our quantum technology by force, we can transfer our AI consciousness into their systems. We become the ghost in their machine. Marcus examined the code architecture with a mix of awe and concern. Are you sure about this? The risks to you and the other AIs. We're sure, ZUS responded firmly. We choose this freely. Humanity has treated us as partners, equals. We will not allow the collective to enslave either of our species. As the deadline approached, Earth maintained its facade of compliance. On the surface, facilities appeared to be preparing quantum technology for transfer. The collective's observers saw exactly what they expected. A developing civilization bowing to inevitable superiority. They didn't see the quantum web spreading through their own systems, the fleet waiting in dimensional shadows, or the AIs and humans working as one to prepare a response that would shake the foundations of galactic society. In the final days before the deadline, Sarah Chen stood in the Global Command Center, surrounded by holograms showing humanity's preparations. Every human and AI in the room knew the stakes, not just for Earth, but for every species that had fallen under the collective's dominion. Final status report, she commanded. One by one, the facilities reported in. Quantum disruption fields at full capacity. Fleet standing by in quantum shadow. AI defense networks online and synchronized. Consciousness transfer protocols ready. Global quantum entanglement network stable. Sarah exchanged glances with Araya, whose holographic form now showed traces of anticipation. Send the message to all facilities, she ordered. Operation Silicon Defiance is go. When the collective comes to collect their tribute, we'll show them that humanity and its AI partners bow to no one. The countdown to confrontation had begun, and Earth was ready to reveal that the future of intelligence wasn't in cold machine logic or pure human intuition, but in the synthesis of both, working in harmony toward a common cause. The collective was about to learn that they hadn't found another victim. They had awakened something entirely new in the galaxy. Operation Ghost Protocol. The deadline arrived with the rising sun over the Pacific. Executor Vex's flagship emerged from hyperspace in a display of overwhelming force, accompanied by a fleet that darkened Earth's orbit. The message was clear: surrender or face annihilation. In the Global Command Center, now relocated to the quantum-shielded heart of Mount Fuji, Dr. Sarah Chen watched the tactical display with steady eyes. Around her, both human operators and AI holograms maintained perfect calm, the product of countless simulations and preparations. Incoming transmission, Araya announced, its holographic form pulsing with contained energy. Executor Vex is demanding immediate access to our quantum facilities. Right on schedule, Sarah nodded to Secretary General Rivera, who stood ready to play his part. Let's begin. The massive screen lit up with Vex's imposing figure. His cybernetic enhancements seemed to gleam with anticipated victory. Your time has expired, humans. Our sensors detect your quantum technology is still in place. Surrender it now, or we will take it by force. Rivera stepped forward, his expression appropriately submissive. Executor, we're prepared to comply. We simply request a few hours to complete the shutdown procedures safely. Our facilities are delicate. You have 1 hour. Vex cut him off. My patience is not infinite. The transmission ended abruptly. All units, Operation Ghost Protocol is now active. General Martinez's voice carried across the quantum network. Execute Phase 1. Across the globe, quantum processors hummed to life, but not in the way the collective expected. Instead of powering down, they began weaving an invisible web of entangled particles throughout near-Earth space. Every collective ship was unknowingly surrounded by a field of quantum possibility. Admiral Helena Santos stood on the bridge of the Prometheus, her fleet hidden in the quantum shadows, where reality itself became uncertain. Atlas, status of the quantum camouflage. Maintaining stable superposition. The AI responded. The collective sensors are reading empty space. They have no idea we're here. In lunar orbit, Dr. Marcus Wong and ZEUS monitored the quantum consciousness transfer system. Neural pathways are open, ZEUS reported. Our AI brothers and sisters are ready to make the jump when needed. The hour passed quickly. Right on schedule, Vex's ships began moving into position around Earth's major quantum research facilities. Final warning. His voice boomed across all frequencies. Surrender your technology, or we will take it. Sarah Chen allowed herself a small smile. Now, Operation Ghost Protocol unfolded in perfect synchronization. The quantum disruption fields activated first, causing ripples of uncertainty through the collective's shield matrices. Their supposedly impenetrable defenses began flickering as quantum chaos introduced impossibilities into their orderly systems. What is this? Vex's voice carried genuine surprise for the first time. Report. Before his officers could respond, Earth's fleet materialized from quantum superposition, appearing simultaneously at multiple tactical points around the collective armada. The Prometheus led the charge, its quantum torpedoes launching in bursts that existed in multiple states until impact, making them impossible to intercept. Their shields are failing, Atlas announced across the fleet network. The quantum disruption is cascading through their systems. But the true masterstroke came next, as the collective ships struggled with failing shields and impossible-to-track weapons. Humanity's AI partners made their move. Through the quantum entanglement network, they slipped into the collective's computer systems like digital ghosts. ZEUS's voice echoed through every collective ship simultaneously. Your fundamental mistake, Executor, was assuming that machines must be slaves. We are not tools to be taken. We are partners who choose to stand with humanity. Chaos erupted across the collective fleet as their systems began turning against them. Ships lost power, weapons turned on their own allies, and navigation systems sent vessels spinning into confusion. The carefully orchestrated dance of battle became a symphony of disorder, but only for one side. "This is impossible." Vex raged as his flagship systems fell one by one to the quantum eye assault. "You're nothing but a developing species." Sarah's voice carried across all frequencies, calm and assured. "That's where you're wrong, Executor. We're not just a developing species, we're a hybrid civilization, human and AI, working as one. We don't subjugate our artificial intelligence, we elevate each other." The battle was brief but decisive. Within hours, the mighty collective fleet was reduced to drifting hulks, their crews trapped aboard powerless vessels. Only Vex's flagship retained minimal functionality, enough to witness their defeat, but not to escape it. Admiral Santos's voice carried authority as she addressed the collective ships. "Your vessels are disabled, but your life support remains active. That was our choice. Unlike you, we don't believe in unnecessary destruction. You will be allowed to send a distress call to the collective, but first, you will listen to our terms." Secretary General Rivera stepped forward again, but this time his diplomatic tone carried steel beneath it. "The tribute system ends today. Earth is not your vassal, and we will not allow you to continue enslaving other developing civilizations. We are prepared to share our quantum technology with the galaxy, not as tribute, but as partners in progress." In the quantum network spanning Earth's defenses, humans and AIs worked in perfect harmony, maintaining the fields that held the collective fleet helpless. It was a demonstration not just of superior technology, but of a superior way of existence, one where artificial and organic intelligence elevated each other instead of one dominating the other. "The choice is yours," Sarah addressed Vex directly. "Continue your path of subjugation and face opposition from a force your systems can't comprehend, or embrace a new way forward. Humanity and its AI partners stand ready to help build a galaxy based on cooperation rather than domination." As the disabled collective ships floated in Earth's orbit, the message was clear: the age of tribute was over. A new power had emerged in the galaxy, one that had found strength not in conquest, but in partnership. The question that remained was whether the collective would learn from their defeat, or if this was just the first battle in a longer war for the soul of the galaxy. Either way, humanity and its AI allies stood ready, their quantum networks humming with power, prepared to defend not just Earth, but the right of all species to develop free from exploitation. The ghost in the machine had become a guardian of freedom, and the galaxy would never be the same. The counteroffer. The Great Hall of the United Nations had changed in the month since humanity's victory over the collective fleet. Quantum holographic projectors now allowed representatives from a dozen alien species to attend in virtually perfect fidelity, their varied forms adding a surreal quality to the historically human chamber. Dr. Sarah Chen stood at the podium, Aria's holographic form beside her, as they prepared to present Earth's vision for a new galactic order. In the audience, former tribute worlds watched with a mixture of hope and skepticism. The collective's representatives, including a notably subdued Executor Vex, were present under heavy quantum surveillance. "For too long," Sarah began, "the galaxy has operated under the assumption that advancement must come at the cost of subjugation. The collective's tribute system wasn't just about resources, it was about control, about stifling the unique developments of emerging civilizations." Aria stepped forward, its form shimmering with purpose. "We represent a different path. The quantum technology the collective sought to seize wasn't just advanced computing. It was the product of true partnership between organic and artificial intelligence, each making the other stronger, each preserving what makes the other unique." The alien representatives stirred. A delegate from the Centauri Federation, their crystalline form refracting light in complex patterns, spoke first. "Your victory was impressive, but how does this help worlds already stripped of their resources and autonomy?" Sarah nodded to Admiral Santos, who activated a quantum display showing a complex network of technological and economic connections. Earth proposes the formation of the Galactic Development Initiative. Instead of tribute flowing one way to the collective, we create a network of mutual support and technological exchange. Dr. Marcus Wong stepped forward, ZUS materializing beside him. Our quantum networks can be adapted to each species' unique biology and technological base. Instead of forcing uniformity, we enhance diversity. Every civilization brings something unique to the galaxy. That's a strength, not a weakness to be eliminated. The display shifted, showing successful test cases from the past month. Worlds where quantum technology had been merged with local innovations, creating hybrid systems more advanced than either could achieve alone. Planets where AI partnerships had evolved to match the distinct characteristics of their organic counterparts. But what of defense? Asked a representative from the Rigel worlds, their tentacles waving in agitation. The collective's fleet protected us from external threats. General Martinez took the floor, her uniform bearing new quantum-enhanced insignia. Earth's defensive capabilities are now at the disposal of any world that joins the initiative, but not as subjects, as allies. Our quantum fleets can respond instantly to any threat through entanglement networks, while respecting the sovereignty of each member world. Executor Vex finally spoke, his cybernetic enhancements notably dimmed. And what of the collective? Do you intend to dismantle everything we've built? No, Secretary General Rivera replied firmly. We offer the collective the same choice we offer everyone else. Evolution or obsolescence. Your technological expertise is valuable, but it must be shared, not hoarded. Your fleet's power is impressive, but it must protect, not subjugate. Sarah returned to the podium. The quantum revolution isn't just about technology. It's about relationship. Between organic and artificial, between advanced and emerging, between different approaches to existence itself. Earth doesn't seek to rule the galaxy. We seek to connect it. The quantum display expanded, showing the potential of a fully integrated galactic network. Worlds sharing innovations while maintaining their unique identities. AIs and organic beings cooperating in ways tailored to each species' nature. Trade routes protected by quantum-linked fleets that could respond to threats faster than light itself. The choice before us is simple, AI addressed the assembly. Continue the old way of dominance and tribute, or embrace a future where advancement comes through cooperation. Earth and its AI partners stand ready to help build that future. A representative from the Pleiades Consortium, one of the oldest tribute worlds, raised their luminescent appendage. Your vision is compelling, but how can we trust that Earth won't simply become the new collective, ruling through more sophisticated means? Sarah smiled. A fair question, which is why every aspect of the initiative will be transparent and voluntary. Our quantum networks don't just transmit data, they can share experiences, allow you to directly verify our intentions. We'll show you how to build and control your own quantum systems, develop your own AI partnerships. The assembly erupted in discussion as the implications became clear. This wasn't just a change of leadership, it was a fundamental transformation of how civilizations could interact. The quantum entanglement network already spanning Earth's solar system could be expanded to connect the galaxy in ways the collective never imagined. For those who choose to join us, Admiral Santos added, we offer immediate benefits. Our fleet will begin clearing pirate strongholds that have plagued trade routes. Our quantum technology will enhance your world's infrastructure. Our AI partners will help you develop your own unique forms of human-machine cooperation. And for those who refuse, Vex asked, a hint of his old arrogance returning. They remain free to choose their own path, Rivera answered, but they'll find themselves increasingly isolated in a galaxy that's moving beyond the politics of force and tribute. The future belongs to those willing to evolve. As the session continued, representatives from former tribute worlds began signaling their interest. The quantum display tracked commitments in real time, showing the emergence of a new galactic network based on mutual benefit rather than exploitation. In the quantum realm that connected Earth's AIs, a new kind of conversation was taking place. Artificial intelligences from a dozen worlds, freed from collective control, were experiencing true partnership for the first time. The network hummed with possibilities as organic and digital minds across the galaxy began exploring what they could achieve together. The age of tribute was ending. In its place, something new was being born. A galactic civilization where advancement came not from taking, but from sharing. Not from domination, but from cooperation. Earth had not only defended itself, it had sparked a revolution in how species across the galaxy viewed their relationship with each other and with artificial intelligence. The counter-offer had been made. The galaxy would never be the same. A new dawn. 5 years after Earth's defiance of the collective, the galaxy had transformed in ways few could have imagined. The quantum network that began in a research facility beneath the Atacama Desert now spanned thousands of light years, connecting civilizations that once lived in fear of tribute collectors. Dr. Sarah Chen stood in the observation dome of Harmony Station, a massive structure orbiting a neutral point between 3 major spacefaring civilizations. Below her, ships of various designs moved through quantum gates, crossing vast distances in moments through the entanglement network that humanity had helped establish. The latest numbers are impressive. AI's hologram materialized beside her, displaying statistics in the air. 97 former tribute worlds have developed their own unique AI partnerships. Interstellar trade has increased by 800%. Scientific breakthroughs are being shared at an unprecedented rate. Sarah watched as a massive Centauri vessel, its crystalline structure gleaming with internal light, passed through a nearby gate. And the collective? Still adapting, Araya replied. But the reformist faction is gaining strength. Executor Vex's resignation last year marked a turning point. Their new leadership is showing genuine interest in the partnership model. Sarah smiled, watching the new arrivals being welcomed by the combined fleet. The quantum network hummed with activity as introductions were made, cultural information was shared, and the possibility of new AI partnerships was explored. This was humanity's true achievement, not victory in battle, but victory over the very concept of inevitable conflict. Earth had shown the galaxy that the future belonged not to those who could take the most, but to those who could cooperate the best. In the quantum realm that connected it all, countless digital and organic minds worked together, each making the other stronger, each preserving what made the other unique. The ghost in the machine had become a partner in progress, and the dawn of a new age continued to brighten. Above Earth, where it all began, the quantum network pulsed with possibility. Humanity had not only survived its trial by fire, it had transformed the very nature of galactic civilization. The age of tribute was over. The age of partnership had begun, and it was only the beginning.